asked the lady up to switch it on, since like the control is at her place. That why did she not switch it on? The control is at her place. Okay. Problem. Hello guys, your girl is back. So I'm like, let me just give you guys the gist right away instead of postponing that video again. Let me just say what I want to say. So yes, I said I was going to give you guys a gist on my house hunting story. So let me just start right away. My hands are freezing already. I'm trying to make this video in the car if I come down. Okay, so I told you guys I got an apartment. I got an apartment, yes, in Nigeria before leaving. Excuse me, sorry, it's very cold here. So about a year before we traveled, I've been searching on YouTube already, and I already had a name in mind of the realtor that I really wanted to use, and I will not mention her name. So I contacted her about, I think, 2 months before I relocated, that I needed an apartment. So I'll be referring to her as Realtor One. So I spoke to Realtor One already that I'll be needing an apartment. I wanted it in a family oriented area, blah blah blah. So we started looking for houses. She started showing me houses. Mind you, this Realtor One, I think she's very well to do here in Canada, because she has like employees, right? She has people that works for her. So eventually she signed me up to one of her employee, and so it was that one that was working closely with me and my husband. So she would send us pictures of houses, and they will ask me to check if I would like them. So if I like anyone, I'll just be sending it to them, so they will help me go and speak to the landlord and all of that. So most of the houses I was getting were either too expensive, or probably we just did not like them. Probably they were not spacious enough or something, right? So, but they were just after telling me that just pick anyone for now, and afterwards you know, when you land, you know whether you still want to stay there or not, right? So, but another of our friend in Canada already told us that okay, we should speak to his own realtor. He gave us his own realtor's number, Realtor 2. Realtor 2 works by herself, so it was very easy. I had more confidence working with her, because she was always open to speaking to us, and she didn't have any employees, so it was just like direct communication. So it was easy for us to like talk to her. In fact, she was really fast in selling us deals. She would send us houses too, and okay, yes, I knew that okay, this man was serious. Like, I like the way, you know, there's a difference between when you're talking to the boss and when you're talking to the employee. Is a different vibe. So I enjoyed speaking to her already. So I was also talking to her at the same time I was talking to Realtor 1. So but Realtor 2 got me also, she also got us houses, but our houses were okay. Some were expensive, but she had a lot of cheaper houses, and we're really looking nicer, right? So I got cheaper house. At the end of the day, we got like a cheaper house, and it was also really nice. But meanwhile, the one Realtor 1 really wanted us to take was about maybe 2,200 per month, but Realtor 2 got us an apartment of 1,750 per month. Of course, we would go with Realtor 2. So we just told Realtor 1 that we are not ready yet, that we would get back to her, because we just wanted to see the place. Realtor 2 got us, and in case we don't like it, we just move back to Realtor 1. So we didn't want to like cut off Realtor 1 early, right? So our arrival to Canada, we realized that okay, no, we already knew that it was a basement also. That's the one Realtor 2 got us. We already knew it was a basement. So on our arrival to Canada, we got to Canada in the night, like around 9 p.m. We got to the house. So we leave, our own apartment is in the basement, and there is also a tenant that lives up in the apartment. So the landlord doesn't stay there. So on getting there, this tenant just came outside and was like, okay, we arrived in a Uber. She was like, this is our own parking space. This is my own parking space. I should not park on our own side of the parking space. She has a boyfriend. She does not have a child. I'm like, okay, thank you very much. Just give us the key. She was like, she also wants to let me know that she has a big dog. Before she said that, she already said some other things that I can't really remember. So my husband came down from the car at that point. I was like, okay, what's going on? She's like, that she has a really big dog that we're like, oh, is the dog friendly? She's like, she doesn't know if the dog is friendly. I'm like, you don't know if the dog is friendly, okay? Like, okay. Next thing she said was that we're like, okay, well, can we just have these conversations later? We're tired and we just arrived, so we just want to rest. Like, do you have a kid? So we're like, yes, we have a kid. She's like, how many? We said we have one. She's like, okay, how old? We said she's 3. So it's like, okay, could we try to make sure that she sleeps before 9 o'clock? That her boyfriend likes to play video games, so she doesn't want my daughter disturbing boyfriend. I'm like, that was like the height of it for me. Like, in my own house, the house that me I paid for, because we paid about 4 months rent up front. She's like, I'm like, in my own house, my daughter should not play the way she wants. Like, what business do we even have with you in the first place? You stay up, I stay down, so just mind your business and you guys should do your thing. You cannot tell me what time my child should sleep. But we shall said, okay, that we have heard that we'll talk about it later. So she shall give us the key and we entered. While we were trying to move our things, she just came out to start smoking. I know that smoking is not a big deal here, but you know, from where I come from, Nigeria, smoking is a big deal. Like, you will not find so many people smoking on the way walking, right? But I expect that I've actually met people here that would respectfully not do that in front of your child. They will even try to hide it from the child. But this one was, you will see that she was intentionally doing it, and she was just angry for no reason that night, just slamming the door unnecessarily. But we just ignored that maybe she's having like a bad day. Shortly afterwards, I observed that in the morning when I greet her, she would not respond. And she does one thing. Whenever we come out, you know, of course we had like a lot of registrations to do, I know. So when we come outside, like we've ordered a ride, once she notices that the ride is around, she'll just come outside in a rush, slam the door, come out and start smoking. Every time when we are going out, she does that. When we are coming back, she does that. Once she notices that the ride is outside, she would come out like that. She would just quickly rush out, start smoking. I'm like, what is going on? Like, are we fighting with this one? Like, what is going on? Okay, so there was one day we put like a chair outside of our apartment, of the entrance of our apartment. So the waste baskets were also beside that place. My husband wanted to wash the chair outside, so she just called him. We're about leaving. We wanted to go. I wanted to quickly get something at Walmart, so we're about leaving. She just called my husband. She came out in a rush again, started smoking. Okay, no, she didn't start smoking initially. She just came out, just like in that the chair by the waste baskets. That, do we need any, like, do we still need the chair? We said yes, that we want to wash it, that when he gets back he would clean it up and take it away from that place. He said no, that he should go and take it away now. My husband was like, I quickly want to, and the Uber was waiting for us. My husband was like, I quickly want to get to the store right away. I will take it when I come. She's like, no, you have to pick it up now. My husband was like, please don't stress me, please. When I get back, I will pick it up. We just left. She just slammed the door again. I think my husband forgot something. So that was why we still waited a bit. She slammed the door, came outside, she started smoking again. I'm like, what is going on? Like, is anything the matter? Hey God. She was so unfriendly, very mean. She now does something. You know, the basement is usually like, I don't know how they make the houses here, but we had like wood down, like our own roof was like the wood, right? This lady will keep stomping on the ground, like it was intentional. Sometimes when my daughter is playing, my daughter will just run to me and hug me. Mommy, I'm afraid. She will stomp the ground, hit the ground, boom, 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 boom. Like, it was so intentional. Even to the extent that when we were sleeping at night, she does this thing. She does this intention. There was no way it was intentional, because there were times during the day that she would walk and you would not hear anything. You would not hear her walk, but you could just feel like a vibration that somebody is moving up. But there were times when she was loud, and you know that she was intentional. There were even times where she would do it in like a circular motion, boom 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 boom. Hey, the night one was the one that vexed me the most. In the night, in the middle of the night, I and my husband would just wake up out of fear, like, what is going on? Ha. We already contacted the landlord that this is what is going on. Now, what is happening? Like, we don't understand. What is happening? Blah blah blah. The landlord was like, okay, he was going to come and check out what is going on. So before the landlord came, okay, so I think the landlord came and addressed the issue. Like, he said he wanted to talk to her. You need to see the way she was talking. I can't even remember what the landlord was saying, but everything the landlord tried to say, she was just arguing with him. It was like as if she and the landlord even had an agreement. I don't understand what was going on, but the landlord couldn't even scold her, or he couldn't even talk to her, like to ask her why she was acting like that, because obviously it was even going to be pointless. The landlord just got tired. So if you're still watching to this point and you've not subscribed, please just hit the like button. It will not cost you anything. Please. Thank you, Eshe. Thank you. The landlord just said, okay, that we should come in. So he came into my apartment. I just told the landlord straight that, sir, me, I don't like this vibe that I'm feeling. I'm very new in Canada and I do not want problems with anybody. Please, I don't know what you can help us. If you can help us talk to her privately, we should not worry that I will speak to her. So the following day, we've been staying in that house for like about 5 days now, and there was no heating system on. Now you guys know that the basement is usually very cold. The heating system was not on. I just told thank God my uncle came with an heater the day we arrived. That's been what we've been using, but the heater is so small, so it's only in the room that you will feel the effects, but in the living room you will not feel the effect of the heater because it's really cold. So I now told my husband that but why have we not been using the heating system? Like, let's call these people and ask them what's going on. Like, is it faulty? We called the realtor and we asked her that what is going on. The heating system is not working. She was like that they've asked the lady up to switch it on, since like the control is at her place. That why did she not switch it on? The control is at her place, okay? Problem. I was already pissed off, like, why would you say the control is at her place? Hey, I just told she now said okay that we should go and meet her and ask her to switch it on for us. And so we went to meet this lady. It was even my husband, because she doesn't even greet me, she doesn't even answer me, so she doesn't even look at me at all. So I knew that I was not even in the best position to go, but she speaks to my husband. So I now told my husband to go and meet her. So we went to meet her. She was like, she can't turn on the heating system, that she can only turn it on during winter, and besides that our dog is allergic to heat, so she cannot switch on the heater. Your dog is allergic to heat. Your dog. When my husband came back, I'm like, did I hear you well? As in, I would have really got into like an heated argument with her, assuming I was the one that went, because I wouldn't have taken it lightly. Like, why would you tell me that your dog is more important than me and my child and my husband? Like, what do you mean? I was so upset. At this point, I just called the landlord that, bro, I am not staying in this house. Please, it's either you refund our money. It's just like 6 days already. If you can refund our money, we would appreciate it. Please refund our money, or just find something to do about this, because I cannot stay here again. This lady did not turn on the heater. The landlord said he was going to call her. She didn't turn on the heater till we left that house. She didn't turn on the heater, guys. A day before, the landlord now decided that okay, he was going to move us out of the house, that he has another apartment that he will keep us in. But fortunately for us, it was in downtown. We got an apartment on the mountain in Hamilton. So the apartment the landlord got for us later on was in downtown, so we had no choice other than to go there, right? But before we left there, we now also observed that she used to play with children, like the neighbors' kids. So I'm like, okay, so it's not even about the fact that she didn't like children, because I told you in the beginning that she said she didn't have kids. So we felt like maybe she didn't like kids, maybe that's why she was so mean to my daughter and us. But we now realized that she liked children, and it had nothing to do. We just figured it out then that maybe it was because of the color of our skin, I guess so. I'm not sure because I didn't talk to her. She didn't affirm that, but I think it had something to do with the color of my skin. Because how can you dislike? Because how can you dislike somebody so much for just no reason? Somebody you're just meeting. It was a crazy experience, guys. In my own opinion, if you ask me, should I get an apartment before coming to Canada, or come to Canada first before getting an apartment? I would just tell you I am in between. If you know you want to come into Canada first and you want to check the house, it's going to be perfect, because there and then you get to check everything. You even meet the neighbor you want to live with. You know the kind of, at least you'll be able to tell the kind of person she is. You know if she's lovely or not. And if it's the other way around, you want to get an apartment first before coming to Canada, I would also strongly advise you that make sure that whoever is going to check the house for you is somebody that is going to check it thoroughly, check everything thoroughly, will not miss anything out. It won't be a case of you are coming, you are arriving, and you are having like a problem like we did. So at the end of the day, I would just say that God just made everything work together for our own good, because at the end of the day, where we are staying now is not so bad at all. At least we have a good roof over our head and we have our peace of mind. Don't joke with your peace of mind as a newcomer in Canada. You need it. You cannot be having issue going outside, looking for a job, looking for how to sort your car issue, looking for how to get one thing or another, looking for how to do one registration or another, and to come back to your house and to be having another issue with your tenants. You cannot sleep well. No. So please make sure you prioritize your peace of mind as a newcomer in Canada. So I've told you my story. And make sure you learn from it. So guys, I'm looking forward to see you guys in my next video. Do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, please. Thank you guys. Do have a beautiful day. Bye.